Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a general pick a pile reading about your sex energy. This is going to be a new weekly thing because I think it's really interesting and a lot of people were really excited to find out what their energy was like for the week. So readings are timeless. Timestamps are in the pinned comments and decks are in the description box. There's also a LinkedIn or a Linktree link that takes you to all the places where I am on the internet. Also, this reading specifically that we're doing today is available on Etsy and you can get it personalized for $7.77. On my channel, if the camera zooms in, we pull a clarifier. Today we're using the Tarot of Sexual Magic. And then we also have what is in the box. What's in the box is what you use for your intuition. Intuition is really important on my channel. So if I say something like, oh, your spouse is cheating, or something that just does not even fit your scenario at all, then it's not information that's for you. Because this is general, you're sharing that information with other people. So sometimes you have to wait your turn, or you can just get a personalized reading. So today we have the question mark, the clear gem, and the yellow car. We are going to go ahead and get started. Okay. All right, so we have what do others feel your energy as, how to improve or update that energy. Then we have blocks to any good sex for you or sexual energy. And then we have what other people feel your energy as. Then we have are you vibrating at sexy? And then I did two Universe Has Your Back Oracle cards. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So the energy that other people feel you in is the world. So in this, the world actually has two things. The world can be like, you have the whole world in your hand. The world is your oyster. You really have the energy that of like a go get 'em. Like I'm gonna do everything I want. Things are always working out for me. It's a really positive feeling and vibration. So the way to enhance that is by the High Priestess. And it's really interesting because when the High Priestess comes up in a reading, it's like you have the intuition to know what you need to do next. So for some of you, you have really been focusing on something and like, oh, I should start doing yoga, or I should start meditating, or I should start eating vegan, or you have a thing that you should start. And the High Priestess is coming up because you have the intuition to know what you should be doing. And that is what's going to enhance this feeling of having everything at your fingertips. So blocks to your sexual energy. We have the reverse judgment card. And the reverse judgment card, when it comes up, it's talking about weaknesses or an error in judgment. So when it's upright, they're connected. Things are going really well. So in this situation, the thing that is blocking you in your sex energy, in your sexuality, is the idea that you are experiencing a little bit of dishonesty. I feel like you are actually being dishonest with yourself. Like, so you have these intuitive feelings about the situation and then you deny them. So your higher self is like your intuition self is saying, you need to do yoga, you need to do whatever the thing is that you know that you need to do. And then your actual energetic vibe is coming in and it's like you're being blocked by not believing that good things can happen to you. So your vibe is actually first chakra, Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael has actually been coming out in a couple of the readings that I've been doing. So there really is a time for grounding and getting yourself at a place where your first chakra is balanced. Also, working with Archangel Michael would be really beneficial for you. Okay, and then are you vibrating at sexy? Yes, obviously. If you're paying attention at all, you will know the answer is yes. And I feel like this yes is really because of these two cards, because you are following your intuition, because you have done the work, because you have gotten to the end of the cycle, and you're standing there just seeing like what's in front of you. So the universe has your back card. Number 1 says, I witness the darkness and call on the light with my prayer. Thank you, universe, for guiding me to perceive this fear through the eyes of the teacher of love. And I think that that process for a lot of you is completed. And that's why you're at the stage where you have the world at your fingertips. The other one says, my faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love, which is really interesting because this one says fear into love. This one says the teacher of love. So you've really been learning how to love yourself. And I feel like that's also going back a little bit to that high priestess. You've been taking care of yourself. You've been learning and listening to your intuition, and you're so close to doing all the things that your higher self is asking and requesting of you. All right, well, I would love to hear what's going on. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell because I'm going to start doing giveaways that are for the people who comment. And then also, if you need this as an individualized reading, it's available on Etsy. And don't forget to go to the end of the video and find out what is in the box. All right, so this is for group 2, the people who chose the gem. So this is how others feel your energy, how to improve or enhance your energy, blocks to your sexual energy, what your actual vibe is, are you vibrating at sexy, and then I did 2 universe has your back oracle cards. So the energy that other people are feeling from you, the temple path. So the temple path is about like starting out. So if you notice that the ground here, it's round, it's circular, you have some cycles that are happening in your life. And for some of you, this sex energy that you're coming into is rather new for you. You are trying new things. You're going on a new path. I think some of you have recently had a wake-up call where you realized, oh, I control more of this than I ever realized that I control. So how to improve or enhance is pulling up as the reverse page of Pentacles. The reverse page of Pentacles for this, excuse me, I feel that some of you have been receiving bad advice and you've been following it. So let's say there's somebody in your life and they're like, oh, you should just totally not talk to that person anymore. Or some of you are being manipulated by someone who you have that's close to you. This is not a sexual partner. You are being manipulated by someone who's presenting themselves as a friend. And they're presenting themselves as a friend because they want you to be open and vulnerable with them. But in all actuality, they have ill will towards you. So they've been keeping you off the path. And you'll know intuitively who this person is. If you don't feel like there's anybody who that person is, and that's something that doesn't fit for you. All right, so blocks to your sex life are pulling up as the Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups is about new love, and it's about, starting things over again. I think it's really interesting that these are both, page energy. Page energy is kind of like immature energy that hasn't gotten to the full capacity of what it could be. So you really are learning, and you really are exploring the different things that are happening in your life, and that is kind of making your vibration change. And your vibration changing is changing the people around you. So, like when your cell phone is vibrating and it just kind of moves off the counter, that's what's happening with the people in your life. You're vibrating at loving yourself, and people who don't match that, you're vibrating at love and they're vibrating at I don't like it, like really different. And so you guys aren't going to vibe and be able to mesh because you're not going to fit. You're going to fall off the experience. So maybe that helps some of you. So then your actual sexual energy is contract. So contract is about things being karmic. Some of you in your sexual relationships, you are in karmic relationships. Now, karma, it's really interesting. Somebody asked me about karma, and this picture right here is showing the balance of karma. So karma is not a debit and credit system. It's not like, okay, 5 bad things, 2 good things, current balance, 2 bad things. It is bad things, good things. So some things are going to weigh a little bit heavier. Some things are going to be more important. If you do something that's completely selfless and unconditional, and it came from a place of compassion, you're going to find yourself experiencing things that you're clearing up your own karma. So you guys are really on a path right now. You know, you're on this temple path where you're finding things differently, and then some of you are dealing with karmic contracts, and you're starting to realize what they are, and so they're coming to an end. So then, are you vibrating at sexy? No, not for the best. Your higher self knows this is not the best path for you. It is time for you to find another way, which I think is interesting because path is really heavy in this reading. Like you've made some choices and you're going in a direction and it's just never ever worked for you. And that's where the karma comes in. If you look at the patterns of your relationship, so you're like, okay, well, the first guy I ever dated, he cheated on me. And then I dated Todd, and Todd cheated on me. And then I went to college, and I dated Michael, and Michael cheated on me. And all guys do is cheat. Well, it's because you're telling the story, and your karma is to realize that you're not a victim, and that you're picking people who are cheaters. You're vibrating at cheaters, or being hurt, or being abandoned, or being whatever you're vibrating at. That's what you have to clear up. That's where the forgiveness comes in. That's where letting the ego fall aside and saying, this is not for the best anymore. I need to go on a different path. So the universe has your back card came up as, in any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. And, you know, I think the part that's really important on that is surrendering to the divine is not a one-time deal. It's not a one-time shot. It's not like, oh, well, if I do this, then I'll never have a problem. I am a recovering Baptist, and that's really some of the mentality. It was like, oh, well, if you get saved, then Jesus is going to take you to heaven, and it's all good. But really, it's a process that's again and again and again and again. It's a cycle. It's a karma. You know, you have to deal and work through these things, and that's where the prayer and contemplation and stillness. But I think it's interesting that it's a moment's notice. If you're having a bad moment, feel the presence of love. And the clarification card on that pulled up as the reverse Four of Pentacles, which is about being vulnerable. That puts you in a really vulnerable place to forgive people. The universe has your back card number 2 says, I am the dreamer of my dream. Like you are the one who is creating the situation, with the reverse temperance card. So the reverse temperance card is about energy that's not being put in the right place. It's energy that's not being focused in the area that will take you into a different location. So basically, you're driving your car around the same path. And then you say, how do I keep ending up at the library? Well, it's because you're on the road to the library. And if you want to go to the aquarium, you've got to get on a different path. So some of you are like, I keep ending up with cheaters. I keep ending up with cheaters. I keep ending up with cheaters. Well, change the path that you're going on. You say, how do I change the path? I can't change what they are doing. You can change the energy and the story. One of the things that I said before I met the most amazing man in the world for a long time, for about 2 months in a row, I said, there are a lot of really good guys out there, and one of them is right for me. And I believe that. There are a lot of really good guys out there. There are a lot of really good women out there. There are women out there who don't cheat. I've never cheated in my life. And there are people who vibrate at healthy relationships that have boundaries. They do exist. I am one of them. I feel like if not being cheated on is important to you and you want somebody who won't cheat, I feel that you have never cheated either. So those people do exist, and that's what you really need to focus on. All right. Well, I'm really glad that I got to read for you. If you have something that's a little bit different, or you're like, well, my situation, I don't know how to get into this presence of love or whatever, I can do an individual reading for you on Etsy that's about this exact topic. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe, and then don't forget to ring the bell because I'm going to start doing some giveaways where there's things that are given away for people who are the first ones to comment, or maybe the top 3 even. And then don't forget to go to the end of the video to find out what is in the box. All right, so this is the reading that is for the people who chose the yellow car. And this is your weekly sex energy reading. So we have What others feel your energy as, how to improve or enhance that energy, blocks to your sexual energy, your actual vibe. Are you vibrating at sexy? And then we have universe has your back oracle cards. All right. So the energy that other people are feeling from you sexually is hostilities. Now, recently there have been a lot of things that have been changing and shifting in the universe. The current moon cycle, as this reading is taking place, is really about letting go of things. So sometimes we have things that come up that we kind of feel hostile about because we have not forgiven them. So there's still a fight in us. We're still holding on and expecting that whatever is happening is going to hurt us just as much as we have gotten in the past. Which leads to, I think it's interesting, a lot of the swords, 10 of swords, 9 of swords, those painful experiences, 3 of swords. Sometimes when you are fighting because you have hostilities, you are experiencing the swords and getting hurt with them just because you're in a battle. So sometimes letting it go and just saying, hey, you know what? I don't want to fight about this anymore. I don't want to fight this fight anymore, either internally or with you. I'm done. I put my sword down. Will take you out of the battle. So it'll take you out of, because some of you are on the road to that 10 of swords energy where all the swords are just stabbing you in the back. So get out of the fight. So how to enhance or improve is pulling up as the reverse 5 of swords. There's some more of those swords. And then the upright King of Pentacles. So the reverse 5 of swords is about peace after a fight. It's about peace after trouble. The King of Pentacles upright, he is practical and has material success. So the way that you can really work on changing that energy of hostility is to embrace the things in your life that are going to bring you healing. Find the part of yourself that can provide things for you. Some of you have a lot of hostility and anger because you meet a person and you think they're going to be one way. You think they're going to, sweep you off your feet or do something. And you don't look at the reality of the fact that you're dealing with another human being. And so then you get butt hurt. Some of you just need me to be blunt because you are really heavily entrenched in a victim mode. Because when you're in that victim mode, you fight. You fight, you fight, you fight. You're fighting everybody. You're fighting yourself. You're fighting your boss. You're fighting, there's so many fights that are going alongside of you. The only way to improve that is to find some stability and find your own peace. You think the world is against you, but you have inside of you the opportunity to find peace. Just put your sword down. Some of you are like, if I put my sword down, I'm going to get stabbed in the back. So back out of the fight. You don't have to be in the fight. You're not a mercenary. You're not, the military, emotionally, the sexual military person. This is not about you. Let go. Let go. Enjoy your life. You have been fighting for so long for some of these things. Some of you have had sexual experiences that were really bad. You have been, I don't want to say certain words because I don't want to upset YouTube. You have experienced things where people have forced you to do things sexually without your consent, and it has made you so angry. And that's logical. It's logical to be angry when someone violates you. That's logical. What's not logical is having that same pain and fighting 20 years later. Get out of the battle. You've been battling for so long that you are exhausted. For some of you, the person is even dead. They're not even around anymore. They're not even in your lives anymore. And you're just walking, because look at this. This person is walking through these trees. They took their helmet off, so their mind is not protected. Some of you are really giving into some old thoughts. So then blocks to your good sexual energy are pulling up as the 2 of swords. More swords, guys. Time to compromise. This girl, he's offering her a rose. There's also some crows on here, which are also interesting. But then here we have another sword. So we have sword, sword, sword. And you're not offering the experience of peace. So you're not going to have a good sexual relationship, because if you are always looking for, now, when I say looking for a fight, a lot of times people feel like that means like, oh, I'm not looking for a fight. I didn't go out and try and start something. I bought a PT Cruiser and never wanted a PT Cruiser. I think they look like big stupid roller skates. But I got a really, really good price on it. It's a 2007. It only has 85,000 original miles, and it's a wonderful vehicle. But everywhere I look, I see PT Cruisers. Everywhere you look, you see a fight, because you have an expectation. The person who hurt you was in a position where they should have been safe. And so, because that person wasn't safe, your inner child has given your subconscious the record that says, no one is safe. Everyone is out to get you. There are always going to be swords. You're always going to be in a battle, and you are therefore looking for the fight. Good job, guys. I really feel some of you experiencing that. Some of you are crying. Some of you have kind of realized how long it has been. It's really interesting too, guys, because these are all minor arcana. Minor. So the minor cards are more about you having the energy to change things. The major cards are kind of like the ball has started rolling downhill. It's going to be really hard to stop the momentum. The momentum on this was a long time ago, because we have a 2 and a 5. I feel like some of these instances happened when you were younger, and you've just always kind of, especially in a sexual relationship, had that voice in the back of your head that was like, oh, look for the fight. Look for the fight. So then what is your actual sexual vibe? It's appreciation. Other people are kind of seeing you as hostile because you still are healing yourself. But some of you are really in the journey. And you've gotten to a place of appreciation because you realize that those things that made you hostile were actually, once you forgave yourself and forgave the people involved and forgave everything and decided to move on and walk on, you realized it made you an incredible human being. So then, are you vibrating at sexy? Is no, which makes sense because we have hostility. That's what you're vibrating at, so that's not really sexy. It says never, not now, not in the future. This door is locked for you. If you continue to stay in this hostility, you will never have a healthy sexual relationship. It will be literally impossible. Anybody who would be drawn to you would be also vibrating at a place of hostilities. Until you heal that and continue in the appreciation, you're doing a really good job. I know this is a really heavy reading, and I don't want you to think, oh, well, I'm always going to be this failure. Because if you feel like I'm always going to be this failure, I'm never going to be able to move on, then you're really, 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 really stuck. Continue in your appreciation. Look at the people in your life now who are treating you well. You'll see glimpses of it. It'll be like that PT Cruiser experience. You'll look around and you'll see it. When you're at the grocery store and the person smiles at you when they're nice, appreciate it. Say, thank you, universe, for that person being kind to me. I would like to see more of that. Very easy to do. It might not get you, that's not on the same level of like, oh, if the lady at Walmart smiles at me and I say thank you, all this is going to be forgotten. I'm just saying you're going to get closer. Like, these are almost two ends of the spectrum. It's really hard for hostility to be combined with appreciation. So then the universe has your back card number 1, and every moment the universe is conspiring to bring me toward right-minded thinking and the energy of love. That's awesome, you guys. Even hearing this reading today, the universe wants you to heal this. This is not good for the collective as a whole. That's why you were given that task, was to heal. This one says, instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good of all. Sometimes I've noticed that the people who get hurt the most are the most tender people. They're the ones who the universe, yeah, see, look at this. We got the King of Cups. So we got the King of Pentacles and the King of Cups. When you are able to kind of heal these hostilities, it's really going to change things for you. You are going to start attracting people in your life. Oh my God, you guys. This is the King of Wands. Wow. Wow. Do you see this? If you can start working on this pain and hostility, you're going to start pulling, because I feel like this is a very feminine person. This is a female. You're going to start attracting the King of Wands, the King of Cups, the King of Pentacles. You're not going to be attracting these guys. Do you see what I'm saying? Like when these are, okay, so let me tell you. When these are upright, the King of Cups is a great father. He's tolerant. He's accepting. When the King of, sorry, the camera is going crazy. Okay, let's get this figured out. Okay. The King of Pentacles, when he is upright, is solid and practical and successful. The King of Wands, when he is upright, is an alpha male who's a bold leader and charming. But when you are hostile about these other guys who are, reversed, then you have the King of Cups. These are who you're attracting when you are in that state of hostilities. The reverse King of Cups king is abusive and emotionally manipulative. The reverse King of Pentacles is stubborn and jealous. It doesn't have any follow through. The reverse King of Wands is a bully who has sexual problems and is weak. So, if you can eliminate this and bring out this, you will attract these guys. Do you see that picture? Excellent. Well, thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you have specific questions, because I feel like some of you, this has been quite a journey, I do have readings that are available on Etsy. And then don't forget to like and share and subscribe and all the wonderful things you can do on YouTube. And now we're going to go to what is in the box. What's in the box? What's in the box? I'm going to open this in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And it was the Black Key. Thank you so much for letting me read for you, and I look forward to reading for you again.